Alright guys, today we're installing the Undertray. Alright, so we have all of the pieces of the Undertray here right now. I just have it stacked in the back seat. I think this is like the best way I could get it in. We got the other part back there. I'm in a little bit of a rush, I'm not gonna lie. This might be like the most intense rush I've been in a while, because I actually have to be somewhere. I have to be in the city by 9 and it's already 8, right? And you know how getting into the city, you know what that traffic is like, so I'm in a little bit of a rush right now. But we are gonna be installing the Undertray today, but before that, I just have to take my food safety exam in the city, and that starts at 9. So if you guys don't know, I work part-time at a Starbucks, right? And they offer to pay for like a food safety exam thingy, which is like a certification saying that you're certified to handle food, right? I honestly wasn't sure what I'm gonna be using it for, or like what I would want to use it for, but if they're offering to pay for a certification, like, you know, I might as well take it. And if I ever want to do anything again, like open a cafe in the future or something like that, right, I would be able to use it, right? So I'm gonna just do it. But I am running very late. It's been a minute since I've ran so late. But right after that though, I'm gonna go and install the Undertray. We're in a little bit of a time crunch, so let's hope we can make it on time and find parking, obviously. Yeah, this is a little bit of a mission right now.
One eternity later.
A little update for you guys. Of course, your boy passed with flying colors, right? But you guys really doubt me. So now we just got to drive through Central Park and make our way back to Queens so I can get the Undertray installed, which is gonna be great because after today, I will be able to go over 65 again because I won't have to worry about ripping the Undertray off every time I go above that speed. So yeah, we're gonna make our way back and should be good to go. I just gotta sit through a bunch of traffic. Alright guys, we're back at RPM NYC. I don't know if you guys remember this shop, but they were a huge help to me and Sean a couple months ago when Sean had that little accident on the highway, and they've been a huge help to me ever since I started owning a car pretty much. So, you know, we're back here today, and I just quickly, before heading inside, I unwrapped everything here, just to make sure I have all the pieces outside of the packaging, so we have everything here. So these pieces are for the uprights. These two pieces right here is what's gonna bolt the Undertray to the car, and then these pieces is what's gonna attach the Undertray to the uprights. So these pieces right here is mainly the reason why I didn't want to do this job myself at home, because you see those little perforations there on the metal. Yeah, those needs to be bended at a certain degree. I believe it's like 90 and 30 according to this piece right here, the instruction booklet. So yeah, that's honestly the main reason why I didn't want to try to do the shop myself, because I don't have the metal brakes for me to bend these at the proper angles. I could have tried to done it like myself with some vice grips probably, but I didn't want to like risk bending it back and forth if I don't get the degree exactly right. I'm gonna be bending this piece of metal back and forth, and you know what's gonna happen when you bend a piece of metal back and forth, it's just gonna break. So I didn't want to risk that, so I decided to just bring it here today for RPM to help me fix. So before we head inside though, I also want to show you guys something else. So remember how in the last video at the end of it I said I got my new fender liners in because, you know, my old one ejected out of the car. I put those in, I did a drive in it, and take a look guys. I don't know how well you guys can see this on camera because it's so damn bright outside. I hope it's popping up on camera, but if not, I'll put some pictures here. It is completely just shredded up. I mean, that's honestly what I get for buying $15 aftermarket fender liners. So I did place an order for OEM ones. I'm waiting for that to arrive right now. But yeah, that's the lesson to be learned, guys. Don't cheap out on the parts. It always ends up not so well. So anyways, that's enough rambling. I'm gonna go inside, say hi to everybody. Actually, real quick, before I head inside, I wanna show you guys this little Miata right here, man. Like, damn, this thing is aggressive. I'm pretty sure it's got the carbon Miata, like, over fenders as well. It's wide body. It's got an aftermarket shift knob in there. But man, this thing is aggressive. I wonder whose cars this is. Actually, I don't know. Maybe I have an idea of whose cars this is. It would be really sick if it is who I think it is. But anyways, let me head inside real quick and get this started. Yo, is that your Miata? The red one? Really? I was looking at it. I'm like, no way. Is it case-swapped yet?
Not yet.
Not yet? Okay.
I ran out of money.
Oh, relatable.
I'm trying to open a bar with all my friends. So I use.
Are you trying to open a what?
A bar.
A bar? Oh shit.
So
that's
I use
dope,
all
bro.
my money. I use all my money to the bar.
Man, that's crazy. He's been talking about getting his Miata and case swapping it since like I met him pretty much. I mean, the color is really nice too.
I know.
It's not, this is not stock, right?
Do a nice job on the pay.
Oh yeah, I see. There's scratches here. Someone backed into it. They be doing the same shit to me.
People cannot see it.
Yeah, I mean they do the same thing to me.
Just go over. Oh, I hit something.
Man, that's crazy. Look at my front end. Yeah.
In raining day, I lost control.
Yeah.
I hit the wall.
The raining? That's not bad for hitting a wall, to be honest.
I know, but I turned the wheel all the way.
Yeah.
The whole car just goes straight to the wall.
Look, I have the same thing. People just hit my front end and the paint is cracked here.
I know.
Look at my Undertray, bro. That's why I'm here today.
Oh, are you going to get the aluminum one?
Yeah, aluminum one.
I order one too.
It might need some work though, because this is an aftermarket bumper. So I don't know if it'll fit properly, but I think you guys will figure it out.
I ordered LRB.
LRB, yeah.
I got
look how fucked my bumper fitment is. I can put my whole finger in here.
I ordered it too for my car.
Hopefully everything with the RX-8 gets done today so I can hit the toll gates again, because you know I'm tired of this Undertray and I'm tired of this fender liner issue. But you know, what can I do? Don't cheap out on parts, guy. I bought a new fender liner already, so whenever that comes in, you know, I'll have them put that in as well. And yeah, hopefully the Undertray goes in well, because you know it does need a little bit of work, but fingers crossed, because I really want to hit up the toll gates again. They got it. What is that over there?
Go.
Is that a Easter bunny on the hood? Man, this thing's cool. Everyone's on TEs, bro. I need to get myself a set too. Little progress update. I mean, this is pretty much what I was worried would happen, since this is an aftermarket bumper. It doesn't really exactly line up, and if we were to like push this back, it just looks weird. So I think we're gonna end up having to use, they're gonna have to end up using zip ties again, which is, you know, it's a little sus, but you know, it is gonna have to be what it is for now, because as you guys can see here, the fitment on this bumper is not very good. So like, you know, in order for, like, this already is really wobbly on its own. I think honestly the permanent solution would be to create some custom brackets to really fix the fitment of the bumper, and then that way we could really tidy everything up. But until I could get that done, like, it is gonna be what it is. But we do have the Undertray secured on there now, so yeah. I'm hoping that it's not gonna destroy everything, like, you know, like the plastic one that I had before. Let me show you guys what the old one looked like. This is what the old one looked like, and it's honestly just kind of crazy that I was driving with this. This was not providing no airflow or anything like that, so you know, having the aluminum on there should reduce the engine temp by a bit too when I'm just cruising around. Really excited to see that. But yeah, fingers crossed, fingers crossed. Alright guys, and just like that, the RX-8 has the full aluminum Undertray installed and secured. Now when I say secured though, A little bit something with that. It's not being held on by the OEM, like not the OEM, by the bolts that it all came with, but rather with a bunch of zip ties. Now there's a good reason for that. I'm gonna show, I mean, I'm sure I've already explained it earlier, but the aftermarket bumper fitment is just not the best. So, you know, you see how if these pieces kind of stick out or tuck in under here, there's a little bit of fitment issue right here and a little bit of fitment issue right here. Or rather, this is more than just a little bit, but because of those fitment issues, the undertray doesn't actually fully reach the bumper. So in order for it to be fully attached and, well, in order for it to be installed, there's a little bit of gap there. So for now, the temporary solution is just to zip tie everything and make sure it's all being held together until I could get custom brackets for the bumper itself, and you know, that will fix most of the fitment issues. But honestly, I don't even know if I want to do all of that, because I might just switch up the bumper altogether, because this bumper, although I really like the way it looks and everything, right, it's just giving me too much issues with the way that the fitment is. So I don't know, maybe I'll switch it up, go something more, I don't know the word I'm looking for right now. It is really hot. I'm recording this on my phone right now because the camera decided to overheat. So yeah, let me just start the car and we'll go for a little drive. I want to make sure nothing scrapes or anything like that, and yeah, I'm really excited. All right, it might not look it, but it is a lot later in the day now. Originally, I was gonna go home and, you know, bring the car up to speed and, you know, really test out to see if the undertray scrapes or whatnot, right? But I literally got stuck in traffic, so I didn't even go above like 15 all the way home. So wasn't able to bring the car up to speed. So a lot later in the day now. It doesn't look it, but you know, it is nighttime. I just got done with the gym. The traffic should be pretty dead now. It's like 11 at night. So I'm gonna swap over to my GoPro view here, and then we're gonna do a little drive around Queens, and you know, just making sure we're gonna do the highway runs, and then we're gonna make sure the undertray doesn't scrape. I think that's the biggest concern, because yeah, when I had the plastic one, it was just scraping on the floor. But I have a pretty good idea, like, where I'm pretty confident that it's not gonna scrape, because just from feeling it is pretty rigid. So I mean, I guess we'll never know for sure until I actually do take it out for a drive. So we're gonna go do that real quick, and yeah, fingers crossed. And if that's good, then I just gotta wait for the new fender liner to come in, and I think that's pretty much sorts out the entire situation. But man, don't buy $15 fender liner, guys. I don't know what I was thinking, but ironically I say that, but right now my undertray is being held up by zip tie. So all right, let's go. We're making our way onto the highway right now, just stuck behind this van here, but it's okay, you know, we're not in a rush to get anywhere. We are also below half a tank of gas, so I would ideally not have to fill up today. So, you know, not gonna drive crazy or anything like that. Not that I do drive crazy on any other occasion anyways, right guys? But anyways, making our way onto the highway right now, and just so far from, like, you know, cruising on these little bumps right here, I'm not hearing the undertray scrape, which is great. But we are also only going about, like, you know, 50 miles per hour. So I do want to get the car up to speed, like over 60, because before, whenever I go above, like, you know, 65 is when I would hear the undertray scrape against the floor, and that would not be good with this aluminum undertray if this scrapes on the floor. So we're gonna get it up to speed and just make sure it doesn't scrape. Get over on this side. We're above 60. Hey, I'm not hearing anything. Oh, there's the cop. There was a cop. I knew, because that car, is that a Beamer? I can't tell from here, but that Beamer in front of me, like, slowed down. I heard him revving it up, and I immediately went on the brakes. So I was like, all right, let me slow down real quick. I turned my head to the right, and there was the cop right there. So, you know, saved me a little bit, because the cop would have definitely heard me on throttle if it wasn't for him. So yeah, just making my way through the Grand Central Parkway. If you guys live in New York City, you guys already know where this is. It's kind of like an infamous spot for people driving like that. So we're gonna just chill, because I'm seeing a lot of lights. So I don't wanna draw any police attention like that guy is doing ahead of me. But so far, you know, I'm not hearing any scraping noises or anything like that. So that's a good thing. I don't want to say we're in the clear yet. I do want to get it up to a little bit higher of a speed just in case. you know, because it is pretty scary when it does scrape, and if aluminum scrapes on the floor, I'm worried that's just gonna be a lot worse than the plastic under tray. So we're gonna bring it up to a little bit more of a speed here. Once we get over this section of road, there's gonna be a little section of a twisty coming up, and I'm gonna try to push the car a little bit around there, assuming traffic isn't gonna stop me. Oh look, 8.6. Nice. It's always cool to see one of those around, you know? Nope. Alright guys, this is the segment I was thinking about, but there's a lot of cars, so we're definitely not going to be able to push it around here. But that's fine. We'll have plenty of other opportunities to get the car up to speed. Man, it just sounds so good too. Like, that was a really rough patch of road there, and I didn't hear no scraping, so I think that's good. I mean, I still hear the squeaking, but you know, I've been dealing with that squeak for months now, so you know, that's just gonna be what it is. Can't seem to diagnose it. I thought it was a sway bar, checked the sway bar, it wasn't a sway bar. Thought it was suspension, not suspension. Literally had a shop, literally had Crown check it like 3 times for me. Suspension shakedown test, everything that you could think of, they're like 100% sure it's nothing with the suspension. So I honestly have no idea what's making that squeak. At this point, they're saying that, you know, maybe I should just chalk it up to old car noises, but I don't know. I really don't know. I checked the engine mounts as well. They are aftermarket engine mounts, so maybe that's causing like the noise, but it wasn't like that when I first got the mounts installed, so I kind of somewhat doubt it. But you know, it is what it is. I'm sure I'm gonna figure it out one day, but as long as it's not suspension related and it doesn't affect the way that the car drive, you know, I'm just gonna have to turn the music up a little bit more whenever it does bother me. And you know, when I do make that road trip later this year, I'm just gonna have to deal with that entire way. That will be annoying, but you know, at least the car will drive. Making our way back onto the highway now. I'm just gonna turn off the AC so we could gain our like 5 horsepower back, or however many that we lose with the AC on. And we're gonna get ready to do a little pull in this tunnel. I didn't hear anything scrape. I did hear a slight vibration, but you know, the under tray is made out of aluminum and it's a lot more rigid. Oh, thank God I didn't continue to do the pull until here, right? Is that an accident or oh man, that's a bad accident. That would have been bad. I'm pretty sure the cops heard me too. Oh boy. There's no way they didn't hear me. I was under the bridge too. They definitely heard me doing a little pull there. Man, I hope they don't follow me though. Man, I'm gonna just head straight home right now. There's too many cops. That's 2 close calls already, so I'm gonna just pack it up. But hey, that was a pretty good acceleration there, and I didn't hear any scraping sound. Did hear that slight vibration, but like I said, the aluminum, the under tray is made out of aluminum, so it is like pretty rigid, so it does make sense that it's shaking a little bit, right? So I think that's perfectly normal. When I get out the car, I'm just gonna make sure all the zip ties are still in place, and as long as they're still in place, I think we're good to go. So, you know, hopes are high. We're gonna just go through this little section right here. It's a fun piece of the road to drive. It's like the only spot that I used to know on a highway where it's somewhat twisty. I used to drive this section a lot back when I had my Miata. So, you know, I'm just gonna enjoy this a little bit. Man, it's rare to see this road empty though. Yeah, I think the Undertray is good, guys. I think it's good. If it can handle that, I think it's fine. Alright, just parked the car, so let's go outside and see if the Undertray is still intact. Let's see. Can't really see anything. I'm gonna have to turn on the flashlight. Let's see. Yep, it's still there, guys. The Undertray is still there. Let's check on the zip ties. I don't know how well you guys can see that on camera, but you know, it's still there. I see them all. That's good. Let me just turn off the flashlight real quick. Need to feel it by hand here. Yeah, hey look, the zip ties are all on there pretty good. So I have confidence that it did not budge at all. I can't wait to take this thing on the tailgate to really see how it performs there. And let me just let me just check one more thing real quick. How did the shredded fender liners do? I mean, yeah, they're still kind of shredded. I don't know how well you guys can see that. I can't get the light to point at it the right way. You guys see that? Yeah, that's the fender liners. It's all shredded up. So yeah, waiting for the new OEM ones to come in. I spent like $100 on that. I guess I should have just done it in the beginning. I cheaped out because $15 for fender liners, right? Who didn't want to save some money on that? So lesson learned, not gonna buy cheap parts anymore. And yeah, I think that pretty much sums up the Undertray saga. So I'm gonna wrap up the video here. It's been a great day, and I got a lot of stuff done. I just wish this. I'm fingering my own car here, but yeah, I got a lot of stuff done, and I'm happy that's one problem out of the way. Now we just gotta take care of the fender liner, and the little squeak, and honestly the car is good. Like, there's really nothing else I gotta take care on this except for maybe the AC thingy, right? So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna wrap up the video here. Hopefully you guys have a great day, great night wherever you're around the world. And as always, guys, if you made it this far in the video, really appreciate you guys for taking the time out of your day to watch the content all the way through, and I mean that every single time I say it. So thank you guys so much for that, and until the next one, guys, remember to keep on driving, alright, and stay safe, because the world's a crazy place and you need to do your part to stay safe. And that's it from me. Peace.